Okay, the topic for today is energy. What is energy? We use energy in washing a car, we use energy to move around, we use energy to do exercise, we use energy to carry things. So, what is energy basically? Energy basically is defined as the ability to do work. Okay, with energy you are able to do work, that's why it's defined as the ability to do work. And we look at some form of energy. You probably have learned this in your high school. The first one here, the sun, irradiate energy to us. That is the solar energy. We have the elastic potential energy when you stretch something. We have the gravitational potential energy if you are at a high place and you are moving down. We have the sound energy that is radiated, that is moved to you when something is making some sound. We have the chemical energy stored in the food. We have the nuclear energy stored in the nucleus. We have the electrical potential energy or electricity. And we have heat produced by something hot or thermal energy. We have kinetic energy from something that is moving. As I show you this, you can try to write down the energy related to that in the space given. The first one is due to the position of a mass in the gravitational field, particularly. Second one is due to the motion, energy that's due to stretching, energy that's associated with moving electric charge, like in the circuit, energy of the wave, like the sound wave just now, energy that come from the sun, energy that's associated with particle in nuclei, energy that's related to heat, and energy that's related to chemical reaction. Okay, you can pause the video to write down all. I'm going to show you here. Gravitational potential energy, that's position of mass due to inside the gravitational field. Kinetic energy, there's something moving. Elastic potential energy, if you stretch a spring or compress a spring, for example. As the electron move in the electrical circuit, we have electrical potential energy to move it around. Wave energy, solar energy as mentioned earlier. Nuclear potential energy, think about the helium nucleus. Inside there are 2 protons and 2 neutrons. If you want to split them apart, you need some energy because they are bonded together. They have the nuclear potential energy. Thermal energy, chemical reaction will be chemical potential energy. All right. So we also need to understand the law of conservation of energy. That energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be changed from one form to another. So we shall never create energy, and we cannot make the energy disappear. It can only be changed from one form to another. Okay, there's already a fixed amount of energy in this universe that we cannot destroy them, we cannot reduce them, we cannot increase them. We can only harness whatever that is available. So continuing to that, we're going to look at some example cases. I'm going to explain 2 example cases here, okay, as I scroll through. All right, we have children sliding down. So in this case here, the children actually is changing position in the gravitational field. They have mass. They're falling from a high position to a low position. So the conversion of the energy here will be gravitational potential energy converted into gravitational potential energy converted into kinetic energy. So you move faster as you are sliding down, just like something that is dropping from a high position to a low position. It accelerates due to the gravitational acceleration or gravitational pull, right? Okay, so along the process, because there's a certain surface that's in touch with the slide, of course there are some frictional force, and therefore there will be some heat loss due to that. So there's a friction here, so therefore there will be some friction and some heat loss due to that. Okay, so gravitational potential energy converted into thermal energy, and the rest will be the kinetic energy. All right, so secondly, let's look at an electron that's being accelerated in this glass tube here. Okay, so once they are heated, they obtain the thermal energy. That's the heat here. They got the thermal energy. From the thermal energy that they obtain, they will be heated, and therefore they will be able to break the bonds and get out from the escape from the surface of this electrode. Okay, so once they are there, the high potential here, that's the electrical potential energy. So at first they are given some heat, then they are given some electrical potential energy. So this electrical potential energy will be converted into kinetic energy as they start moving and heading to the other side of it. So they continue to move on and converting the gravitational potential into kinetic energy. So once they leave this point here, they will continue with that kinetic energy all the way until it hit the screen at the end there, and usually you will see green scintillation. That's basically they are converting their energy into the heat and the light there. Okay, so that's the two cases here. So you have seen some pictures. Of course, we have some work to do. All right, so later you'll receive a picture or a file of these different cases, and what you need to do is that you need to form a WhatsApp group from the list down there. The first person on the list, for example, Lizzie in the first case, okay, of the accelerating car, you're going to form the group that include the Gwen and Edmund, and then you need to discuss the energy conversion in your group for the case you're assigned to, and Lizzie will be typing the final answer and snapshot the last part of the discussion and post to the forum. Okay, so you need to type the final answer in the forum, and then you need to snapshot your WhatsApp discussion after you type the answer. Okay, so two things from each group. Yeah, so these cases here: accelerating car, a bungee jump, and approaching alpha particle, and an F1 car, rocket launching, javelin, throwing a javelin, and hydroelectric. So you look for your group, and the first person will contact you. All right, so that will be the assignment for this topic.